What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 137 of the Clever Original Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kody Misialek. Alongside me, the man with a plan. Actually, that's not a man with a plan.
Yeah, the man with the plans in the other room.
JJ Larson.
Yeah, how
He'll
you doing?
be that one today. The man with the plan, Jayden Reinhart, is not here today. He is sick.
Very sick.
Just like getting down with the sickness, you know.
Except in a bad way.
Yeah, not in a good, rock on sort of way. So he's not here this week, but hopefully he'll be here next week, and hopefully none of us are sick next week.
Hopefully not.
Jay's not here today. Just JJ and me. But you know what? That's fine. That's perfectly
things happen.
Good. I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe
it's not good.
Who knows?
So if you haven't listened to us before, we are the Clever and Original Podcast. We talk about comic book movie type stuff, video game type stuff, particularly in that order. So let's get on with the news. So Jessica Jones season 2 came out this past week on Thursday, and so the normal Fridays that the Netflix shows seem to come out on International Women's Day.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, and so season 2 came out. I watched all of it. JJ hasn't seen any of it.
I have not. I'm bad at watching things. I'm bad at finishing things in general.
Yeah.
That aren't like assignments. So.
Well, maybe we should make these assignments.
Well, let's see.
Finish Luke Cage.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah,
Finish
there's no like threat. You know, like my life goals are not threatened by this.
We'll start grading you. Give you an F on the podcast.
Well, see, but that has like no impact on the degree I'm getting. So,
Well.
That's just how
a degree in the Clever and Original Podcasting sphere.
I don't know if we're able to give out degrees. I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, can we though? I mean, they can give out those things or
certificates.
Sure.
All right.
Can we give out certificates and call it a degree?
Probably not. I mean,
I don't think so. Degree in the Clever and Original Podcasting world. University.
If you could kill somebody with one of these.
No, I have never wondered that.
I mean, every time I look at it,
referring to the cord for his mic.
Every time I look at it, I'm just like, is this strong enough to hold the weight of an entire human body?
I mean, I don't know if it's strong enough to hold.
Probably not.
I mean, you could probably choke someone out with it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably hurt, but I don't think it would. It might be pretty hard to kill him with it, unless you wrapped it.
We generally don't talk about how to kill people.
This is pretty long, so if you twisted it up enough, so it's a little tougher.
Okay.
Yeah, then you might be able to just you'd have to hold for a while.
Yeah.
It takes a lot longer than
right.
With the movies.
Wait, you do this at the movies?
No, I mean like in a film, someone dies in 3 seconds, it seems. When it's that's just not that's just not how it works. But then they let go. It's they're not dead. They're just passed out. Even then it would take a while, It's what are you doing? They're not dead.
Yeah. No, I totally get you. I totally think of this all the time. I totally think of
it's a very common
how to
thing.
Potentially kill people with random everyday objects.
Not that hard.
I totally don't do that.
Heavy blunt objects, easiest thing in the world. Like this soundboard right here. You just gotta hit them in the head enough times, and they're
Yeah. This has been a day in the life of JJ's head.
A digression about killing people, I guess. I don't know. Jessica Jones solves crimes.
Jones,
Boom. Solves crimes.
Also kills people. If you've seen season 1.
Mm-hmm. Does in fact do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you like season 1 of Jessica Jones. You said that was your favorite of the
season
MCs.
1 was my favorite Marvel Netflix show.
Yeah. I liked season 1 a lot too, and then season 2 I watched all of the episodes, and it's good. It's a good it kind of it's an extension of what happened in the first season, kind of continuation, if you will. Really good. More of like what's happening with them. But a lot of things change.
I would imagine because of Defenders and all that other stuff.
And in the season too, like I think my opinions of characters have just radically changed.
Interesting.
So yeah, really interesting. But that brings us into our first story. Kristen Ritter, star of Jessica Jones, as the title character, Jessica Jones, says that she doesn't think a season 2 of The Defenders will happen.
Interesting.
So while promoting season 2 of Jessica Jones, she was asked about the possibility of Defenders season 2, and she said, "What quote? Well, I think Jessica was pretty well received. People were excited to see her again. That made her so happy, or made us happy because Jessica's the next step. You know, I had a great time doing The Defenders, and honestly, it was such a good experience that I would even do it again. I don't think we are doing it again. It was never intention to do it again, but you know, if I was given another opportunity, I would. My heart is with my show because of the subject matter and because of the great drama that we get to do and the personal issues that we explore. For me, that is more the type of content that I enjoy as a viewer and as a performer. My heart is in Jessica Jones, but I did have a great time doing The Defenders with the guys. We had a good time. It is what it is." So it sounds like there's nothing in the plans as of right now for Defenders season 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine, you know, that they probably, if they do want to do it again, it won't be any time really soon. You know, they probably want to give their characters more seasons first, you know, give them time to actually do things.
Right. I would expect that basically based around how like the first season went, or the first round. Like, so you had like Daredevil season 1, Jessica Jones season 1, Luke Cage, Iron Fist,
yeah,
and I guess Daredevil season 2, but that doesn't really count. And then they went into the Defenders. I feel like they'd do at least one more season of each show. I mean, Jessica Jones, obviously the first one since Defenders came out to have a season. And then Luke Cage is coming out in June. Was it July? I think it might be June. Okay, got a release date just recently. I
don't remember. I think it's in the summer though.
Yeah, it's June, I think. And then Daredevil season 3 is happening, and Iron Fist season 2 is also in production. So I don't know. It feels like it should be happening next year, or maybe it won't. Maybe it
might be a little longer, you know.
Yeah,
too.
Maybe they'll do like a couple more. Maybe season 3 of Jessica Jones, or
you know, yeah, they might, you know, maybe new characters too.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering the kind of reception Defenders got. Like, I don't know. It seems to be for some like towards the bottom of the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't know. To me, I thought it was one of the probably in the like middle, maybe upper half. I liked it more than like Luke Cage and Iron Fist. So yeah, half. But yeah, I mean, maybe that's something that they're holding back on. And also, I think like The Defenders was like 8 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
And then like the individual characters' seasons or shows 13 episodes each, which is long, and I don't know, I like that.
Gives them more space, more time to develop things.
Right. Defenders felt kind of rushed, and like, for example, Jessica Jones season 2 and season 1 and everything, it's like it plays out like it felt. There's a lot of development in the show.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I really like that. But yeah, also a good thing to hear that she's really into Jessica Jones. Hopefully that means it's not gonna like, I mean, season 3 is more likely to just
more likely
get
to
made,
happen.
instead of like everyone holding out and being like, is it gonna happen?
I mean, it probably will at this point. I mean, these shows are popular enough that.
But yeah, Jessica Jones season 2 is out now. Luke Cage coming out later this year, and I think either Iron Fist or Daredevil are coming out later this year. I don't know which one's first.
I want Daredevil to be first.
Okay.
I want a season 3.
I could see either or coming out. I mean, they're working on season 3 already. They've already started filming.
I just want it to happen as soon as possible.
Yeah, probably one of my favorite. One thing I noticed watching kind of Jessica Jones is that so one of the big things with like Daredevil is that he's a character who believes in the goodness of people, like even people who do bad things. Like basically like they have a second chance, right? And they don't really show it that much in the show because they're always focusing on like Matt Murdock, Daredevil, and his group, who are always like good. But like Jessica Jones is like actually shows that, like, because you got a lot of people who are like for example Malcolm, the drug addict who wants to do good and everything, and getting a second chance, everything. And just like stuff like that. Even Kilgrave shows like some goodness in him in season 1, where he uses his powers to help out people after Jessica Jones, kind of makes him. But so I think that the two kind of complement each other really well. Daredevil's like, I believe there's good in people, and then you watch Jessica Jones and it's like, oh yeah, there is, right? It kind of shows you that even where Daredevil doesn't. So yeah, I don't know, I thought that was interesting, something I just thought of earlier. So yeah, Jessica Jones season 2 out now. Pretty good. I recommend it, especially if you, I mean, obviously go see season 1 first if you haven't seen that. That's definitely great. Moving on, so Marvel Studios, the film division. Kevin Feige says that there are a couple characters who haven't come back home to Marvel Studios, even if you include the Fox characters. So like Fantastic Four and X-Men, there will still be characters that aren't. They won't have all the characters. Kevin Feige mentions Spider-Man is still being with Sony technically, despite the deal being worked out. And then so a couple of the other characters that we know about is that Hulk is still technically with Universal, but
it's kind of funny.
But I think they've got an agreement where he can show up in any MCU film, just any standalone. Solo
it has to be Universal.
Yeah.
That's probably why we haven't gotten like a solo Hulk movie.
Right.
Even though Thor Ragnarok was like half of the solo Hulk movie.
Right. Yeah. It felt like part of it should have been like, I mean, it should have been like a whole Hulk film. But
alas.
Alas, poor Hulk. Not getting his own film ever. Unless for some reason they work out a way to buy him. But I don't know. Maybe Universal's probably not going to do that. Unless it's a lot. And then we also have so I believe all the other characters that aren't with Marvel or Fox, I guess, except for excluding Spider-Man, X-Men, and Fantastic Four, the rest of the Marvel characters that aren't with Marvel Studios are at Universal. So the Hulk, and I think Namor's the other big one that we know about. Like one of the first Marvel super powered people in comics with Universal. And I don't know, I would hope they could make a Namor film someday or use him in some way.
Cool. I mean, probably wouldn't be for a while, but I'd like to see that.
I think I don't think, like, the thing is, like, Marvel doesn't need him, right?
No, they don't. They have so many characters already. I mean, they can.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it feels like
they don't even need the Fantastic Four or X-Men.
Yeah.
So.
And except those are bigger, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. Obviously, you'd like them to all be under the same roof, and then you can just have an ultimate, like, Secret Wars or whatever.
Yeah, you could have some crazy shit happen.
But, I mean, I guess they're already having Infinity War right now, and they don't even have any of those, like, X-Men or Fantastic Four. Which is weird because the Infinity Gauntlet storyline has a major character from the Fantastic Four.
Silver Surfer.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I guess it's possible, but I wish it could happen.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Namor. Get Namor, I think. My personal favorite. For it to come back, I guess.
I just want Fantastic Four, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool shit you can do with them. Doctor Doom, for example, being one of the best Marvel villains, in my opinion. So.
Yeah. He's a master of technology and sorcery.
So, like, he's just like, he's just great. Like, he's just a great.
And he has his own country.
Yeah.
He's got Doombots.
He's got a weird mask. Mm-hmm. He can make fire with his hands,
Right, yeah. He's like Iron Man and Doctor Strange combined, but also like a political leader.
Yeah, which is the best place to be.
Yeah. Really cool. So speaking of Fantastic Four, Kevin Feige was asked about when they're going to start using the Fantastic Four and X-Men. And he said the focus right now is getting Infinity War finished, and then starting on Captain Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp, the Untitled Avengers film, the next Spider-Man, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. He says, quote, "These are the ones that are keeping us busy. And when and how that deal with Fox finishes and comes together, we're told, hey, now you can start working on it. Now you can start thinking about it. Is when we'll actually start thinking about it. I will say just the notion of having what, frankly, most other companies with intellectual property have all along, which is access to all of their characters, that would be fun."
Yeah.
And so, yeah, one of the things is going to be, guess, how those characters interact with the rest of the universe. That would be something they'll have to think about. But yeah, so when do you think we're going to see an X-Men or Fantastic Four film?
It would probably be years. It would be after anything that's announced right now. Anything that we have a name and a date for. Or I guess at least a name for. Like, if we have a name for it, it's probably after.
Because I think they announced, like, 6 Marvel movies, but they all don't have titles to them. And so it's like, okay, they're just saying these dates are like
when we're going to put movies in.
Yeah.
So it could be any of those. But, like, I think at least after everything that he listed, after all of those.
So, yeah. So, let's see. Captain Marvel's, Infinity War's coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man and Wasp is coming out in the summer. Captain Marvel's coming out in March of next year.
I think so.
Then you got Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man and Guardians. And assuming Guardians comes out in 2020.
Yeah, so probably like 2020 that year or 2021.
Okay.
So 3 years from now.
Yeah.
that would make sense to me anyway.
Unless they put them in like Avengers. The next Avengers film.
They could. I guess it depends what the plot is. I'd have more of an idea as we get an idea of where things stand.
I suppose the rights have to be. Yeah. I mean, the Fox deal would have to go through first, officially. But yeah, it's just interesting, right? That this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Like, remember? Yeah. I just remember back in 2015, it was like, oh well, it sucks because we're never gonna see like Spider-Man.
Yeah, but now we're doing it's because no one else has been able to do it well. So
I kind of just give up. And
yeah,
because like what? It's because Sony was trying to create their own Spider-Man universe.
Yeah, but that didn't work out very well.
Yeah, no. So yeah, and then I think it was like they were making Civil War, and it was like, okay, it's not gonna happen, guys. We tried, and then it's like, oh wait, we're already halfway through production, and Spider-Man's gonna be in it, and they announced it. I remember that night.
Yeah,
that was
pretty awesome. Pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, and now X-Men and Fantastic Four. Yeah, amazing. So yeah, some cool stuff, things I never thought would happen. But I guess I never thought an Avengers film would happen, and then that happened in 2012.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
6 years.
So 6 years.
Fuck.
So I mean, it's what the year of dreams or whatever. I guess the decade of dreams.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I think. Any other things on that Marvel stuff?
No, that's all I got.
All right. So moving on, kind of related to Marvel, Jon Favreau, director of Iron Man and Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
He will write and executive produce a live-action Star Wars series.
Jeez, they is everyone getting a Star Wars franchise now?
Yeah. According to Kathleen Kennedy said, I couldn't be more excited about John coming on board to produce and write for the new direct-to-consumer platform. I think they're referring to the Disney streaming service.
Oh, okay. So it's for the streaming service. Like it's not like a main franchise film. Or
no, it's just like a live action television series.
Okay, it's like a series. All right.
Yeah.
But is that 2 of them now?
Yeah, that would be 2 because there's
the one with the Game of Thrones guys.
Yeah.
And this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's this. They're just churning shit. They're starting to churn shit out. I guess we won't see the effects of this for a couple of years.
Well,
but
they've got their first anthology ever since they bought them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got episode 7, Rogue One.
Episode 8.
Han Solo. That's the only things that happened so far. I guess, and Rebels, but that's
like a
Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
Now they've got Solo coming out this year.
9 coming out
next
the year after.
Yeah.
December 2020.
2019.
2019. Sorry.
Yeah. And then they've got the 2 television shows, the ones with the Game of Thrones guys, now Jon Favreau, and then they've got another trilogy by Rian Johnson, but it's not going to be numbered. So that's what, like 7 more films.
I mean, yeah, that's just
7 more products.
7 more projects. Give me the fucking Old Republic movie, you pieces of shit. That's all that I want.
Well, they said that the Rian Johnson movies aren't the Old Republic.
Yeah, I know. I hate it already.
And I think they said the Game of Thrones guys aren't doing an Old Republic one either.
I hate everything. Just give it to me. This is what I've wanted for years.
So it's funny, right, that there's 7 things in production, right?
And none of them. How is that even possible?
Well, I was going to
making a fucking Jar Jar movie? Like what? Like what?
That would be cool. I mean, no, it wouldn't be cool, but that'd be hilarious. So like think there's 7 Star Wars live action things in production, right? Or in some sort of development. There used to only be 6.
Yeah.
For like 40 years.
Yep. Unless you count the Star Wars Christmas special and a couple other things. That's fucking hilarious if you've never seen it.
You've seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
I watched it.
What is that online? I assume
probably somewhere. It's weird.
Did you watch it online?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Don't they like
there's an Ewok. There's like a
like Wookiee
like
Christmas or whatever.
It's I don't know how they. I don't even know why. Like, who decided that was a good idea? Like,
I don't know, George Lucas. Well, I mean, he just kind of let people go with it. And then he was like, "Never again will I let anybody touch it," until Disney came along.
And it was like, "Here's the largest amount of cash you've ever seen." It's like, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, that like it's crazy. Like, Star Wars was such like a limited thing, right?
Yeah,
and now it's like massive. Like, I mean, it was massive before. Like, there was still a lot of things going, but like in regards to like the movies and television, it was only the 6 things, and then the Clone Wars cartoon. And now there's 7 there's ever since Disney, so 7 things in production plus the 3 movies that have already been made, so 10 things in a span of 5 years.
That's pretty good. I mean, they're doing it like Marvel, basically. They're trying to anyway. It
doesn't seem like the same thing. I mean, maybe it's because Star Wars has been so limited so far.
Yeah, I mean, once it gets going, like once it actually gets into a regular thing where it's like, we expect 2 movies a year.
Right. Well,
once that starts like if they get to the point where there's 2 movies coming out a year.
Well, like the thing with Star Wars, it's always been like the same story, right? Yeah. Like, it's always been the Skywalkers.
Once they get out of that, I think it'll start feeling a little.
Yeah, and so it just always felt like one storyline instead of like Marvel feels like multiple different things happening at the same time. So, they're different. Like, it seems like Star Wars is kind of samey.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. But yeah. So, Jon Favreau, what do you think of this?
Cool. I mean, I'm all for more Star Wars. So.
All right. Sounds.
Just want to see more content.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully all this stuff is good.
Hopefully it's good. Well, we'll see. Still skeptical about the Han Solo film.
Yeah. I guess we'll see that fairly soon. But we'll see Avengers first. So.
Yeah, we'll see Avengers before that.
Oh, speaking of that, so Rampage moved up a week.
The movie.
Yeah, the movie. It's about like the gorilla. It's like a video game. It's based on an arcade game.
Yeah, it's based on Rampage.
Yeah,
that game's great. It's also on N64.
Yeah,
really good.
And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was saying that no, they didn't move because Avengers moved closer to them, and it's like, dude, like you move your movie like the week after Marvel does. Like, I mean, come on. There's only really one explanation.
Yeah.
But, whatever. If that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
So moving on into video game type stuff, movie type stuff is done. Nintendo. They had a Nintendo Direct this past week. And they showcased a bunch of games that have already been announced. Dark Souls coming to Switch. Splatoon 2 getting DLC. Detective Pikachu coming to 3DS.
Pre-ordered it.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Yeah.
And they ended it with one more thing showcasing the Inklings from Splatoon battling out and then coming across a fiery gigantic black hole of the Smash logo with character silhouettes underneath, and announcing Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch coming out in 2018, it said.
So that's pretty good.
So I would assume in the fall.
Yeah, probably like, I'm going to guess September. I'm going to guess that because not that they have to get out of the way of the Call of Duties of the world, but it's usually a good idea to not release any game next to that. So
I would say September or October.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you think? Smash on the Switch?
I mean, only a matter of time, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of the most popular Nintendo franchises.
People were wondering if this was a port, but apparently it's not. According to Nintendo Sakurai, the creator of Super Smash Bros., has been working on this since he ended the last one. So probably not a port.
That's good, because ports are cool, but because like the Wii U didn't sell very well, so it's like, I can play games that, if I get a Switch, it's like, I can just buy it on here now instead of having to get a Wii U if I wanted to play it. But new versions of that, like new Mario Karts or like new Smash Bros. Good to see.
So I saw something on Twitter and everything. I was like, I want the Super Smash game to not be a port, to have everything the old ones had, all the characters it had, all the stages it had, while also giving me new things, and just stuff like that. It's like
every franchise at this point. It's like, and no one wants it to change, but everyone wants everything to change.
Yeah.
So, what do? Who knows?
Super Smash Bros. Coming to Switch. I'm excited because I have a Switch. Does this make you want to get a Switch?
I mean, a lot of things have made me want to get a Switch.
But nothing's made you pull the trigger yet.
Well, I just don't have the money is the problem. If I had the money to spend, I would have gotten one like 6 months ago. I would have gotten one specifically for like Mario Odyssey and Mario Kingdom's Rabbids and so this even more so because these games are fun. And now there's Dark Souls, which I I already own like 3 copies of it, so I probably
Oh really? I didn't know you weren't big into Dark Souls.
I mean, not really. I just like happen to own a bunch of it.
You're just like, Dark Souls, I don't play that game. I'll just bring it over here. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I just bought it. I also, because I have Dark Souls. I think I have it on Xbox. I have it on PC. And I have Dark Souls 2 on PC. And I have Bloodborne on my PS4. And
cool. Didn't know you're into those type of games.
I mean, they're fun, but I don't get that far usually because I'm not good at them.
All right. Speaking of Switch, there's rumors about the Pokemon game that's coming to Switch.
Give us Pokemon.
Is saying that it will be a reboot of the franchise.
That's probably good. It's kind of. I feel like there's too many Pokemon.
I feel
and a lot of them are stupid.
I think it also probably has to do with the fact so you could transfer your Pokemon from old games to the new games.
But there's not really a way to do that for here.
Game Boy. Well, you couldn't do Game Boy to Game Boy Advance. You could do Game Boy Advance to DS, DS to 3DS. But I don't think they have a way to probably move 3DS Pokemon to Switch, and it's probably just easier to not even worry about that.
Just not bother.
And just start.
And they have a clean slate for everybody is probably good too.
Yeah. Although maybe we'll upset some Pokemon masters out there.
I mean, probably
have a shit ton of Pokemon like myself.
I have a bunch, but they're all in fucking Heart Gold or something. I don't know. They're all back several generations.
I moved mine up to Sun and Moon when I could or whatever. But yeah. I mean, I would be down for a reboot. I'd be down for Red and Blue, another Kanto region game.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for just original 150. Yeah. I'd be fine with that. That actually might be what I'd prefer.
151. Thank you very much.
are we counting Mewtwo as well? Like,
yeah.
Like, okay. Is Mew in the 150 or is he?
No, he is 152.
Okay.
Mewtwo is 151.
That makes absolutely no sense. That Mew should be 151. Mew existed.
Well, the thing is,
they didn't know about.
I mean,
but like,
Mewtwo is actually in the game. Mew isn't in the game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like he was like a code. Like you would be like go to the special event, and they'd be like, here's a code to activate him in your game.
Yeah.
Although you could activate it through like Game Sharks and etc. So yeah, for some reason Mewtwo is ahead of Mew, which doesn't make much sense at all.
No, not at all.
It'd be like if like Venusaur was number 1 and Bulbasaur was number 2.
It should be like the world is upside down. Old things progress into young things. It's like that fucking movie. I don't remember what it was called.
Benjamin Button?
Yeah, I never saw it, but I never saw it, but I know that's what happened. That's all I know about that.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was yeah.
It was like Brad Pitt in like old makeup becoming younger into regular Brad Pitt, into CGI younger Brad Pitt, into
fucking
baby.
Weird to watch. So like, how did he die?
Oh, he became a thing.
Like an embryo, and they just died.
Yeah, probably because there's no way to support it, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that's really messed up.
The premise of that movie makes no sense to me. I'd have to see it to see if it's like
it's like, I don't know. To me, it sounds very I don't know what's the word, like because the story is like old guy meets like toddler girl, right? And then they like grow and they like age in opposite directions.
Ugh.
And like become.
Oh my god. Who the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's like they become romantic in some ways.
That would work during like the middle period, but after that, it's like what the fuck?
Well, before that, that's like what the fuck.
Yeah,
that's messed up. But yeah, I mean that's why. Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Although I haven't seen it, so maybe I'm completely misrepresenting it.
I have to watch. I should watch it at some point. I should watch it just so I can know.
Just so you can know if it's like
pedophilia.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it is, that's kind of.
I mean, I feel like people would be talking about it. You know, if it is, that movie is pretty popular.
Yeah, it was like nominated for Academy Awards.
Yeah, if it was like outwardly pedophilic, I feel like people would have. I
don't know, maybe not.
People would have.
This is like way before, like I don't know.
People knew about pedophiles
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like this is before, like everyone became all like crusading over Hollywood.
Okay, I guess, but like even then,
I mean, I would hope even then people would,
then it would be like,
maybe it's like not the same because they're like the same age.
Yeah,
I don't know.
True,
but to me they
were technically the same age.
Yeah, but I think that still feels kind of. I just don't even want to.
Yeah. Who knows? It's hard to
Benjamin Button. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I haven't seen it.
So Pokemon. Wait. Okay. Right, because Mew was behind Mewtwo.
Yeah,
okay, that's how we got there. Right.
Yes.
Original 151.
That'd be good. I'd be interested. Very interested.
Yeah. So yeah, that does it for the news this week. Let's get on into the juice. So Super Smash Bros. Is coming out on the Switch. What are the characters we want? They showcased the Inklings. I assume those are going to be in it. Maybe the original 8. So what characters do you want to see in Super Smash Bros?
Now that Dark Souls is officially a Nintendo game, can we get like the the general vanilla idea of the main character, of the player character as a character in Smash.
Like in the
armor with the sword shield. Like the base, like what everyone imagines when they think of that game. Like that would be hilarious. Or the sun guy, the praise the sun knight dude. That'd be cool. There's an amiibo of him actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want.
So I want Sonic. I mean, this is just returning stuff like Sonic Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And I just want Ice Climbers. They weren't in the last one.
Ice Climbers would be good.
That'd be cool.
Darth Vader.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a Star Wars game on a Nintendo console.
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes logical sense. I want James Bond from 007 GoldenEye.
Okay.
GoldenEye.
All right. That makes sense.
Shovel Knight.
The Doom Marine. Like the main
Doom Marine.
Like the main. That's on Switch. Doom's on Switch. BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I was gonna say Robo Hitler from Wolfenstein.
You can have both. Why not both? I don't think they do Robo Hitler. Just on a limb, I do not think they would do Robo Hitler.
Why not? Like, I don't see.
Well, the word Hitler is the name Hitler.
Robo
comes
bad guy.
With like a Hitler, that wouldn't fly. There's no way they would do that.
Oh, so speaking of that, do you see the censorship on like Wolfenstein in Germany?
I mean, they don't have swastikas, right? Oh no,
yeah, they don't. They don't have swastikas.
Hitler doesn't have a mustache, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows it's Hitler. It's Germany.
And it's like it's like so weird that they don't like. Apparently, they don't allow Nazi imagery on things that aren't art, and they don't consider video games art.
Fascinating. Is Hitler's mustache Nazi imagery?
I guess, maybe, I don't know. But they also like changed like the wording, like so like for example, like I think it was like Mein Führer or something like that. It was like my leader or something different. I don't remember.
Interesting.
Anyway. Probably not Robo Hitler will show up.
No,
in
Robo
Smash.
Hitler is unlikely to show up, I would say.
How about Donkey Kong? He shows up in the arcade game, you know.
Wait, like Donkey Kong is not. Donkey Kong is a playable character in like every one of them, right?
I was thinking we should. Okay, sure.
Yeah. I was like, what?
So yeah. I assume there's gonna be Fire Emblem. I assume there's gonna be a lot of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know if they'd bring back all those DLC characters like Bayonetta, although they might.
That'd be cool.
Cloud, and then Ryu, and all that stuff. That was like all the original characters like in the game made sense, right? Like Pac-Man, Mega Man, Sonic, Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, etc. But then you get to the DLC and it's like Bayonetta, Ryu.
It's just fucking awesome shit, you know.
Cloud.
Just anything you can get, put it in the game.
Yeah. Well, what other Nintendo products? I mean, Shovel Knight seems to be like the one thing that kind of fits because of like the style it is. Mm-hmm. Like it's a 2D platform.
Shovel Knight makes sense.
Cartoonish.
Isaac from Binding of Isaac.
Yeah,
that'd be bad. You could actually do a lot of cool stuff with that.
Yeah,
now that I think about it.
That'd be cool. Master Chief from Halo. Except that feels like Snake, and Snake felt very weird because like he doesn't like. He like shoots guns, right?
Yeah.
Throws grenades, which is weird.
You did Snake thing.
That was in Brawl. He like slithered like a snake, right? Or is that a different type of snake?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Basic ideas the same.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of characters. Rob, I want Rob to return and Game & Watch. Just characters I play, like. I only want characters that I play.
Meta Knight, please.
So
make sure Meta Knight's in the game. He's the only one I can
as
play.
long as he's OP.
Yeah, as long as he's like brain dead and like you can just click buttons and you win. Like that's I don't know. That's like just click A and you do that spin thing and like no one can fucking you just like fuck people up. Like they're just like
Knuckles.
Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers.
Shadow.
And Knuckles.
Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Robotnik.
Same guy.
I mean, yeah, but not. So, I mean, yeah, the entire Sonic crew.
Just every character that exists.
JJ the Hedgehog.
No. Every character that exists in any franchise that exists.
Yeah.
Put it in
so Parappa the Rapper.
Mm-hmm. Predator. The Predator.
Yeah, Predator. Alien. The
Xenomorph.
From Alien.
Freddy Krueger.
Terminator.
The girl Terminator from Terminator 3.
Obviously.
The liquidy Terminator from Terminator 2. RoboCop. Oh, old Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator from Terminator Genesis. I don't remember. Was it Genesis? Or,
maybe it was Genesis.
I don't know. The most recent one. 1990, 80s or 90s. I don't know. Sarah Connor, that one.
Yeah. Judge Dredd. Both the Carl Urban one and the Sylvester Stallone one. Oh, and Rocky. They got Little Mac. They can do Rocky. All right.
Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo. The Rock.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Squidward. Patrick.
The
Sandy,
Powerpuff Girls.
Mr. Krabs.
Pearl.
Plankton.
Dexter.
From Dexter's Laboratory. His sister, Dee Dee.
Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Mm-hmm. The mummy guy from Courage the Cowardly. That one episode, that was fucking scary as hell.
Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah, Ed and Eddie.
Cat Dog.
The Canker Sisters or whatever.
I don't remember. What's that?
From the girls who were like their nemesis.
Oh,
yeah.
Cat Dog.
Every character from Codename Kid Next Door.
Yeah. Hex Girls from Scooby-Doo. Oh, and Scooby-Doo. And the Shaggy, Freddy, Velma, Daphne. And the Mystery Machine. As its own character.
All right, yeah. That works. The cast and crew of 90s SNL. We get Chris Rock out there.
The cast and crew of all that.
Oh, God.
The employees of Good Burger.
Fuck. Yeah. Exciting. Good game. We'll be good.
Just include all those characters in that is when I will settle.
Yeah, that's when I'll buy the game. This is when everything that was just listed.
Yeah, I will not be happy unless that happens. So I think that does it for us this week on episode 137 of the Clever Original Podcast. If you wanted to find you on the social media sphere, where could they do that?
JJ Larson 107 on Twitter. And
you can find me at Kody Misialek on Twitter. You can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week, guys, on episode 138.
Peace.